Are humans causing climate change? Now, what is climate change? It's probably the first instinct that you're thinking about, especially if you're a little kid. If you're an adult, you'll know climate change as either one of these two things. Number one, it's the thing that's destroying the world, and it will just heat it up and turn our Earth into a giant fireball like Siggy, except probably on a smaller scale. Number two, people think that it's just irrelevant. Climate change won't affect the Earth. The effect has climate change all the time. Yeah, it might be nice to have it a little bit hotter now. Of course, these are just the extreme scenarios, and then some people are all like, yeah, humans just cause climate change, but it won't kill the Earth. And then others say that climate change is a thing, but it's not done by humans. Of course, these are just four scenarios, two of them being part of the same things. Unfortunately, though, are humans causing climate change? That is still hotly debated, and there is quite some evidence proving to the yes side, but there is quite some evidence also to a lesser extent to the part of the no side. But here's all we know about this. Are humans causing climate change? Let's get this started with, and let's get this tangled mess out. Untangled. Now it's time for the first point, the pros team. Now they say that most scientists agree that humans are the main cause of climate change. Well, current climate change, of course, which is the main cause of global warming. They're causing global warming, which is the main cause of climate change. And now it's time for the first point of the cons team. It's that climate change is a natural part of history for centuries. It's a natural part. It's been switching around just as like the poles of the Earth have been switching around for so many hundreds of thousands of years. In fact, there is quite a good reason why humans are probably not going to cause climate change, and the Earth won't die because, well, it's the Earth. We will survive this. Alright, now it's time for the second point of the pros team. This is where the temperature on Earth has risen too quickly to be caused by nature alone. Yes, normally this is how those global warmings are naturally happening. And this is what happened. And this is what we did. Like, expectancy was supposed to be on something like this, but then we suddenly just did this. Yeah, the red part is technically what we did, and this is the extreme scenario, this is the mild scenario, and this is the best case scenario. Unfortunately, we are currently going ahead for the okay scenario, but if we're stuck on the okay scenario, then we won't die. The Earth will probably just need to adapt, and we have hundreds of thousands of years to do that. Or probably a few centuries, but we can manage a few centuries, can't we, humans? And now the second point of the cons team is that human connection to climate change isn't strong enough. Yeah, I don't know where that point came from. And now it's time for the third point of the pros team, is that burning fossil fuels produces a bunch of these greenhouse gases, which I will represent with some green, actual green, yes, real green greenhouse gases, which always trap the heat onto the Earth. Let me just give you a simple explanation diagram. Here is the sun's rays represented in yellow. When it goes ahead and bounces in there, and then it hits the Earth, which is also represented in green, part of it will definitely be absorbed into the ground, making the Earth slightly warmer, but then it's all supposed to reflect up to the air back through outside the atmosphere and back to wherever it's going in space. Unfortunately though, that's not what's happening. What's happening is it's being bounced back down by the greenhouse gases, back down, trapping it onto the Earth, every time heating up the Earth a little bit. Even after years of practicing this art, I still get technical difficulties. Wow. And now it's time for the third point of the pros team. Now, the third point of the pros team goes ahead and something like this. If humans cause climate change, the connection will support the loss of these jobs. Why am I using blue? This will go ahead and support the loss of these jobs. And if you support the loss of jobs, well, then you realize that you really cannot do anything about it. You will go ahead and make people lose their own jobs, make them lose their money, make them lose their income, and make them lose pretty much whatever they're doing right at that time. And now it's time for the fourth point of the pros team. This goes ahead and tells us that when humans cut down trees, like do deforestation, we really take out fewer plants to go ahead and absorb carbon dioxide or other gases that, well, are greenhouse gases. Normally carbon dioxide is absorbed by the plants. Unfortunately though, every time we cut down a tree, there's less places for carbon sinks. What's a carbon sink, you ask? A carbon sink is an area where carbon is absorbed, like carbon dioxide is absorbed and then stored. Of course, the carbon is stored and probably just used up, but the oxygen is released, and we humans need O2 to survive. O by itself is toxic. O2 is like the element of life for us, other than carbon. Yeah, I probably should stop making this a science channel. Now it's time for the fourth point of the cons team. Now they say that greenhouse gases are a part of the natural processes on Earth, and all those carbon sinks I mentioned earlier, we'll just deal with it. Pros obviously rebutted that with those carbon sinks are disappearing. Yeah, they're disappearing every time we cut a tree. And that is it. Are humans causing climate change? Well, climate change is a fact, no matter who is causing it or not, but we can take steps to prevent it. Let's just say that natural things are an inclusion into the causes of climate change. Well, humans are causing climate change too, mind ya, but that's all I can say about it. I really hope you guys enjoyed this episode. I hope to see you guys soon. Until next time, peace. Bye-bye.